If you live with a male cat, you probably think you know him pretty well. He's affectionate, maybe a little dramatic, definitely food-motivated. But male cats are hiding some seriously surprising biology and behavior that most cat parents have never heard of. And by the end of this video, you're going to look at your boy completely differently. Let's get into it. Male cats are among the most misunderstood pets on the planet. People assume they're simpler than females, less complex, easier to figure out. But science tells a very different story, and fact number 1 is the perfect place to start. Intact male cats, meaning unneutered males, have a barbed penis. Yes, you heard that right. Tiny, backward-facing spines made of keratin cover the surface, and they serve a very specific reproductive purpose. They stimulate ovulation in the female because cats are induced ovulators, meaning females don't release eggs until mating occurs. The barbs also help keep the male in position during mating. It sounds painful because it is, which is part of why female cats often turn aggressive immediately after. Now, once a male is neutered, those spines disappear within a few weeks. So, if your boy has been neutered, that's ancient history. But it's one of those facts that makes you stop and go, wow, cat biology is wild. Here's something that surprises a lot of people. Cats have a dominant paw, just like humans have a dominant hand. And studies have found that most males are left paw dominant. A 2018 study from Queen's University Belfast looked at cats performing tasks like stepping over objects or reaching into a tube for food, and male cats showed a clear preference for their left paw. Females tended to be right-pawed. Researchers believe this may be linked to sex hormones affecting brain lateralization, meaning the way each brain hemisphere specializes in certain tasks. So next time your cat reaches for something, pay attention to which paw he uses. Chances are it's his left. Male cats that are not neutered will spray. You probably already know this, but what most people don't know is why the smell is so dramatically different from regular urine. Unneutered males produce a compound called feline in their urine. It's a sulfur-containing amino acid that breaks down over time into intensely pungent molecules. The older the marking, the worse it smells, and this isn't random. Feline carries chemical information about the male's age, health, and reproductive status. Other cats, especially females in heat, can read all of that from a single spray mark. It's essentially a biological resume left on your wall. Neutering drastically reduces spraying behavior and eliminates the production of feline, which is why neutered males smell so much more neutral. Male cats can father kittens without being the only father in the litter. This sounds strange, but it's a direct result of how feline reproduction works. A female cat can mate with multiple males in a single heat cycle, and because of that, a single litter of kittens can have more than one biological father. This is called superfecundation. Each egg can be fertilized by sperm from a different male, which is why you'll sometimes see a litter where the kittens look completely different from each other. Different colors, different patterns, different builds. So if a neighborhood Tom ever had a brief encounter with the mother, he could technically be the father of 1 or 2 kittens in a litter, even if another male fathered the rest. Paternity in cats is genuinely complicated. Here's one that surprises a lot of people. Male cats are significantly more likely to be orange than females. Around 80% of all orange cats are male. The reason is genetics. The gene that produces orange pigment is carried on the X chromosome. Males only have one X chromosome, so if that X carries the orange gene, the whole cat is orange. Females have 2 X chromosomes, so to be fully orange, both would need to carry the gene, which is much rarer. This is also why tortoiseshell and calico cats are almost always female. Those coat patterns require 2 X chromosomes with different color genes. Male orange cats aren't just common, they're orange because of how the male genome is structured. Your orange boy is literally wearing his chromosomes. Male cats who are neutered early tend to grow larger than those neutered later, or not at all. This surprises people because it seems counterintuitive. Shouldn't the hormones make them bigger? Actually, testosterone signals the growth plates in the bones to close. When a male is neutered before sexual maturity, those plates stay open longer, which means the bones keep growing. The result is often a longer, leaner, slightly larger frame than you'd see in an intact male of the same breed. This is one of the lesser-known physical effects of early neutering, and it's completely normal. If your neutered boy seems surprisingly large for his breed, this could be exactly why. Male cats in multi-cat households often form something researchers call a bachelor coalition. When unrelated males live together, especially if neutered, they frequently develop a social structure built around mutual tolerance, shared space, and even cooperative grooming. Unlike females, who can be more territorial about social hierarchies, neutered males often settle into a stable group dynamic with less ongoing conflict. Studies on feral cat colonies have shown that males who grow up together or are introduced young tend to sleep close to each other, groom each other, and even engage in play well into adulthood. Your male cats wrestling and then immediately napping on top of each other isn't chaos, it's social bonding, cat style. And the last fact is one that hits differently once you understand it. Male cats don't have nipples for any reproductive purpose, but they do have nipples. All cats, male and female, develop nipples in the womb before sex is determined. Because nipples form before the hormonal differentiation that makes a cat male or female, males keep them. They serve no function, but they're there. Most owners never notice them under all that fur, but if you feel along your cat's belly, you'll find them. It's one of those quiet reminders that feline biology carries a lot of shared developmental history between sexes, and that your boy has more in common with female cats at the cellular level than you might think. Male cats are fascinating. They're not simpler than females, they're just different. Different biology, different instincts, different social patterns. And the more you understand about what's actually going on inside that fuzzy little brain, the better you can care for him. If this video changed the way you see your boy even a little bit, subscribe, because we drop new cat science every week, and there is so much more where this came from.